Today this is the video continuation of the last video we have uploaded to YouTube, and today we will start from transformation formulas, related formula and related sums also. So let us see these 8 formulas which will be useful in tackling various types of problems. See, there are 4 formulas each for product into sum or difference. See, these are product into sum or difference, and next 4 formulas will be for sum or difference into product, sum or difference into product. So these things will be very useful. Sin of a plus b is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. When there is plus, here will be plus. Sin of a minus b would be sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. When there is minus, here will be minus. Cos of a plus b, both are cos and both are sin. Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. When there is plus, here will be minus. Cos of a minus b, both will be cos and sin. So cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. When there is minus inside, plus will be at outside. Now move forward to the 5 number formula, that is sin c plus sin d. 2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. Sin c minus sin d, 2 sin c minus d by 2 cos c plus d by 2. Cos c plus cos d, 2 cos cos, both are cos. For cos, both are cos. If there is plus, both are cos. If there is minus, cos c minus cos d, both are minus with a negative sign outside. So cos c minus cos d would be minus twice sin of c plus d by 2 into sin of c minus d by 2. Otherwise you can write it as sin of c plus d by 2 sin of d minus c by 2. That formula is also valid regarding this. Now we will solve some problems related to this. So let us see the first problem related to the transformation formulas. 2 cos pi by 13 cos 9 pi by 13 plus cos of 3 pi by 13 plus cos of 5 pi by 13. You have to prove that this equals to 0. So see, first formula we have to apply 2 cos a cos b. 2 cos a cos b. We can see, we can apply 2 cos a cos b, cos of a plus b plus cos of a minus b. Rest of the things will be as it is. Now this is cos 10 pi by 13, this is cos 8 pi by 13, and rest of the thing are as it is. Now you have to write 10 pi by, how can we write 10 pi by 13? Pi minus 3 pi by 13, 13 pi minus 3 pi, that is 10 pi. So we can write something like this. Why we are writing something like this? Because see here, look at the terms. Here we have 2 terms, cos of 3 pi by 13 and cos of 5 pi by 13. That means we have to bring those 2 terms with a negative sign in order to prove right hand side equals to 0. So we have to bring 3 pi by 13 with negative sign and cos of 5 pi by 13 with negative sign. So from cos 10 pi by 13 we can write it as pi minus 3 pi by 13, and cos 8 pi by 13 can be written as pi minus 8 pi by 13, that is 13 pi minus 5 pi is actually 8 pi. So we can write something like this. Now cos of pi minus theta is minus cos theta, so minus cos 3 pi by 13, cos of pi minus 5 pi by 13 is minus cos of 5 pi by 13. Cancels all the things, we will get right answer. See, the formula we have used in this 2 cos a cos b, I forgot to written down in the previous slide. So if you see the previous slide, that number 1 and number 2 formula, if you add number 1 and number 2, you will get this formula, 2 sin a cos b as sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b. If you subtract 2 from number 1 formula, you will get 2 cos a sin b as sin of a plus b minus sin of a minus b. If you add 3 and 4, the number formula in the previous slide, you will get 2 cos a cos b as cos of a plus b plus cos of a minus b. And in the similar manner, if you subtract 3 from 4, you will get 2 sin a sin b cos of a minus b minus cos of a plus b. Let us solve another problem, and this type of problem is extremely important for your exam perspective. Now see, the problem is given, prove that sin 10 degree into sin 30 into sin 50 into sin 70 is equals to 1 by 16. So see, how to solve this type of problem, you need a proper grouping. and that grouping should be based on your observation. See, we know the value of sine 30, that is 1 by half. There is no problem about this. Now group sine 50 and sine 10, sine 50 and sine 10, and rest the keep sine 70 as it is. Now take half common, half is already there, take another half so that we can multiply 2 inside, because we are going to use the formula 2 sin A sin B, 2 sin A sin B. We have a formula 2 sin A sin B as cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. So we need a 2 inside, so we have multiplied it 1 by 2 outside in order to cancel 2 and 2. Now apply 2 sin A sin B formula, cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. Now this is cos 40 degree, this is cos 60 degree, sin 70, then multiply sin 70 in open the bracket. Again see, we got sin 70 cos 40 and we know the value of cos 60, put the value, multiplied by 2. If we take 2 common, or if we multiply it by 2, or you take 2 common, you will get, if you multiply it by 2 here, then you have to multiply in the 2 denominator also, so that 2 can cancel out. Now push the 2 inside the bracket, so this will be 2 sin 70 cos 40, and these 2 and these 2 will be cancelled out, so you will get sin 70. Now again we have to apply another formula, 2 sin A cos B, 2 sin A cos B. Formula is sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B, sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B. So after addition you will get 110, and after subtraction you will get sin 30. You know the value of sin 30, keep the value of sin 30 as it is. Now see, we have sin 70 degree here. So can we write sin 110 as 180 minus 70? 180 minus 70 is same as 110. So sin pi minus theta, sin pi minus theta is sin theta, sin pi minus theta is sin theta. So you got sin 180 minus 70 degree as sin of 70 degree. Now we have plus sin of 70 degree and we have minus sin of 70 degree. Sin 30 is half, 1 by 2 multiplied by half is 1 by 16. That's how you have to solve this type of problem. Always remember, you need a lot of practice in order to get this proper grouping. You need this proper grouping, otherwise this type of problem will create a problem. Let us see another problem. This is also a wonderful problem. See, it is given if alpha plus beta equals to 90 degree, find the maximum and minimum value of sin alpha and sin beta. Let us say, let y equals to sin alpha plus sin beta, take half common and multiply by 2, 2 sin alpha sin beta, 2 sin A sin B, apply 2 sin A sin B formula, cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. Now it is given alpha plus beta equals to 90 degree, so alpha plus beta 90, cos 90 is 0, then we will get half of cos of alpha minus beta. That means if we want to find the maximum and minimum values of sin alpha sin beta, if we can find out the maximum and minimum values of half of cos of alpha minus beta, that value would be same as y, that means sin alpha sin beta. We know from trigonometry knowledge that sin alpha sin theta, the minimum value is -1, maximum value is +1, and cos theta also minimum value is -1, maximum value is +1. Always remember these two things, because this will be applied vigorously. Cos of alpha minus beta, the value lies between -1 to +1. Then we have half, so multiply half in 3 sides. So this would be minus half, this would be half of cos of alpha minus beta, this would be plus half. Now see, half of cos alpha minus beta is same as sin alpha sin beta, that means same as y. So that means y is between minus half to plus half. That means the minimum value of this function is minus half and maximum value of this function is plus half. Let us see another problem. It is given that if sin of theta plus alpha by cos of theta minus alpha is 1 minus m by 1 plus m, prove that tan of pi by 4 minus theta into tan of pi by 4 minus alpha equals to m. So first you have to start by componente dividendo. So upper plus lower, upper minus lower. Apply same thing here also, upper plus lower and upper minus lower. You will get 2 by minus 2m. Now see, we can write cos of theta minus alpha as sine of pi by 2 minus theta, because we know sine of pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta. So we can write cos of theta minus alpha as sine of pi by 2 minus theta minus alpha, and cos of theta minus alpha can be written as sine of pi by 2 minus theta minus alpha, because sine of pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta. Now see, apply sin c plus sin d formula here. Apply sin c plus sin d formula here. 2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. Apply sin c minus sin d formula here. 2 sin c minus d by 2 cos c plus d by 2. Now after calculation or simplification, you will get something like this: sine of pi by 4 plus alpha cos of minus pi by 4 plus theta, and sine of minus pi by 4 plus theta cos of pi by 4 plus alpha equals to minus 1 by m. After that, take common, minus common from cos of minus pi by 4 plus theta. So cos, the negative will be absorbed in cos. Cos of minus theta is cos theta, we know. So minus of cos theta will be cos theta. So if you take the minus common, that theta would be minus, and sine of pi by 4 plus alpha, and take common from this minus, take common minus from this. So you will get minus of sine of theta minus pi by 4. This minus, and we have minus here, this minus and this minus will cancel out, so you will get plus 1 by m here. After that, divide. See, sine of pi by 4 plus alpha cos of pi by 4 plus alpha would be tan of pi by 4 plus alpha. Cos of pi by 4 minus theta, sine of pi by 4 minus theta would be cot of pi by 4 minus theta, that is equals to 1 by m. So what would be m? Inverse this. 1 by tan of pi by 4 plus alpha is cot of pi by 4 plus alpha. 1 by cot of pi by 4 minus theta is tan of pi by 4 minus theta. See, but we have to prove tan of pi by 4 minus alpha. We have to prove tan of pi by 4 minus alpha. We got cot of pi by 4 plus alpha. And second component is same, tan of pi by 4 minus theta. Here we have tan of pi by 4 minus theta. So see, can we apply tan of pi by 2 minus theta? We know tan of pi by 2 minus theta is cot theta. So we can apply cot of theta as tan of pi by 2 minus theta. So tan of, calculate this, pi by 2 minus pi by 4 is pi by 4 minus alpha. So after that we will get our answer. So we are moving forward to our next topic, that is trigonometric ratios of multiple and submultiple angles. See, sin 2a is 2 sin a cos a. Remember this cos 2a formula, because it is for three things the formula is same, that is cos 2a is cos square a minus sin square a, or 2 cos square a minus 1, or 1 minus 2 sin square a. Tan 2a is 2 tan a by 1 minus tan square a. Sin 2a is 2 tan a by 1 plus tan square a. Cos 2a is 1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square a. Sin 3a is 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. Cos 3a is 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Tan 3a is 3 tan a minus tan cube a by 1 minus 3 tan square a. Remember these two formula. Sin 18 degree is root 5 minus 1 by 4. From here you can find out the value of cos 18 degree, because we know sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. So from that you can find out the cos 18 degree value also. And remember cos 36 degree, that is root 5 plus 1 by 4. From this you can find out the value of sin 36 degree. Apply sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Now we will solve some problem in order to clear all these formulas. Let us solve few problems related to multiple and submultiple angles. See, the question is given as root under of 2 plus root under of 2 plus root under of 2 plus 2 cos 8 theta, and you have to prove that this whole thing is actually 2 cos theta, and theta is given as acute angle 0 to pi by 8, that means acute angle. Now see, take common 2 from this side, so you will get 1 plus cos 8 theta, 1 plus cos 8 theta. Can we write this thing as 1 plus cos 2 into 4 theta? So this would be 8 theta. Now we know 1 plus cos 2 theta is cos square theta. We know cos 2 theta equals to 2 cos square theta minus 1. That means 1 plus cos 2 theta would be 2 cos square theta. So 1 plus cos 2 theta. Now theta is your 4 theta. So you will get 2 cos square theta. What is theta? Theta is 4 theta. So that means if you take common 2, 1 plus cos 8 theta would be 2 cos square 4 theta. 1 plus cos 8 theta would be 2 cos square 4 theta. Now 2 2s are 4, root and square root cancel out. This would be 4, root is 2, cos square and root cancel out, cos 4 theta. Again take 2 common from this. You will get 1 plus cos 4 theta, 1 plus cos 4 theta. Can we write 1 plus cos 2 into 2 theta, that is 4 theta. Again apply the same formula. 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. 2 cos square theta. What is theta now? Theta is 2 theta. So you will get 2 cos square 2 theta. Now this is 4, again 4, root is 2 and cos square and root cancel out. This is 2 theta. Again take 2 common, that means 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. 4, root is 2 and square and root cancel out, it would be cos theta, and that is your right hand side. So this is our second problem in the multiple and submultiple section. So you have to prove that root 3 cosec 20 minus sec 20 is 4. Write on the left hand side. Now cosec 20 is 1 by sin 20, sec 20 is 1 by cos 20. Take LCM, you will get root 3 cos 20 minus sin 20 divided by this. Now multiply and divide by 2. So you will get root 3 by 2, 1 by 2. Root 3 by 2 we can write it as sin 60 degree. 1 by 2 we can write it as cos 60 degree. Because we have to derive it in a subtraction formula. That is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B is sin of A minus B. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B is sin of A minus B. So after calculation we get 2 sin 40 degree by sin 20 cos 20. Multiply and divide by 2 again. So you will get 4 divided by 2. Now what is 2 sin theta cos theta? Sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta. What is theta here? 20 degree. So you will get sin 2 into 20, that is sin 40 degree. Sin 40 cancel out. You will get 4 as the right hand side. Now our next problem is cos A, cos 2A, cos 2 square A, cos 2 cube A, cos 2 to the power n minus 1 A. You have to prove that this thing equals to sin of 2 to the power n A by 2 to the power n sin A. This is a problem, and see, you have to remember this as a formula, because by this formula we will solve different types of problem. Let us first prove this thing how it has came. Now see, here we have cos of A. That means take 1 by sin A and multiply by 1 by sin A inside the bracket, and take 2, divide by 2 and multiply it by 2. Then 2 sin A cos A would be sin 2 theta, that means sin 2A. And again see, we have sin 2A and here cos 2A. Again we have to take, divide and multiply it by 2, that is 1 by 4. It would be 1 by 4, we can write 1 by 4 as 2 square sin A, 2 sin 2A cos 2A. To take multiply and divide by 2 here, so 2 into 2, 2 square, 2 sin theta cos theta. Again it would be sin 2 theta. So sin 2 into 2A, that is sin 4A. We are writing this as 2 square, 4 को हम ऐसे लिखेंगे 2 square. See, because next term is as in 2 square and the last term is as in 2 to the power n minus 1. So we are maintaining the sequence here. Again multiply and divide by 2. So you will get sin 2 theta cos 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta as sin 2 theta. So that means sin 2 is 2 square, sin 2 into theta. What is theta? Theta is 2 square A. So sin 2 into 2 square A, that is sin 2 theta, that means 2 cube A. So we can write it as sin 2 cube A. So maintaining this sequence, we can say when it is n minus 1, when it is n minus 1. See one thing, if you have 2 cube here, you have 2 cube here. You have 2 square here, then you have 2 square here. Then maintaining the sequence, we can say when you have 2 to the power n minus 1 here, then you will get 2 to the power n minus 1 here also. So then what will be the last thing? The last thing would be cos of 2 to the power n minus 1 A after calculating all the values, going through this process. Then again multiply and divide by 2. So multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2. So 2 to the power n minus 1 into 2. This would be 2 to the power n. This would be 2 to the power n. Sin a, and 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. So sin 2, and what is theta? Theta is 2 to the power n minus 1 into a. So 2 into 2 to the power n minus 1 is 2 to the power n into a. That is our right hand side. You have to remember this thing as a formula also. Now we will see a formula, a problem related to this formula, how to apply this formula. Now let us see a problem related to this formula we have just derived in the last slide. See, we have to prove cos 20, cos 40, cos 60, cos 80 as 1 by 16. Cos 60 is half, and then we have the remaining thing, cos 20, cos 40 and cos 80. Let a equals to 20 degree. Then it would be cos a, cos 2a and cos 4a. So we can write 4 as 2 square a. Now compare this formula with this thing. One thing you have to notice, that the cos this thing is ending with n minus 1. When we have n minus 1, then in the formula we have n. That means that thing is increased by 1. So see, we are ending with, see, cos a, cos 2a and cos 2 square a. So when we have 2 here, in the formula we will have 2 plus 1, because here in the last thing we have n minus 1, in the formula it is n. That means that we have added 1 in n minus 1 and we got n. So here we are ending with 2, then in our formula it will be 2 plus 1, that is 3. So sine of 2 to the power 3a by 2 to the power 3 sine a. After calculating this 2 cube and 2 is 2 to the power 4, this is sine 8a by sine a. Now 8a, a is 20 degree, sine 160 degree. We can write 160 degree as 180 minus 20 degree. Sine pi minus theta is sine theta. So sine 20 degree, sine 20 gets cancelled out. We will get 1 by 16 as a right. So remember this formula, it will be useful in various manner. You can use this formula directly because it's a standard formula. Let us see another type of problem. See, it is given that tan x equals to 3 by 4 and x lies between pi and 3 pi by 2. That means x lies between pi and 3 pi by 2. That means in the third quadrant. All sign tan. That means only tan and cot is positive here, and the rest of the components are negative. In the range pi and 3 pi by 2. This is pi and this is 3 pi by 2. Find the value of sin x by 2, cos x by 2 and tan x by 2. This is a very important type, and if you can solve one problem, you can solve any problem. See, tan x is 3 by 4. Obviously it is plus. See, in the third quadrant tan is positive, we know. That's why it is given positive value. Now see, we know square in both sides. So tan square x equals to 9 by 16. So we know sec square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. So sec square theta would be 1 plus tan square theta, or tan square x. Let us say this is x. So this would be 1 plus 9 by 16. After that 16 plus 9, 25 by 16, that is 5 by 4 whole square. So what would be sec x? Sec x would be 5 by 4. If sec x is 5 by 4, if sec x is 5 by 4, then sec x is 1 by cos x, then cos x would be 4 by 5. Cos x would be 4 by 5. Cos x would be 4 by 5. Now see, either it would be positive or it would be negative, because it is given that x lies between pi and 3 pi by 2, and we know that in the third quadrant cos would be negative. So cos x would be minus 4 by 5. You don't have to remember these formulas. These are not actually formulas. You have to come from basic equations we know from class 9-10 logic. So cos x would be minus 4 by 5. This is very important because cos x is negative between pi and 3 pi by 2. Now they are asking about cos x by 2, sin x by 2, etc. this thing. Now we know cos 2 theta is 1 minus 1 plus cos 2 theta, 1 plus cos 2 theta equals to 2 cos square theta. Then 2 cos square theta, we have to find out the value of cos x by 2, cos x by 2. That means 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2 would be cos square theta. That means 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2 would be cos theta. But what you need? You need cos x by 2. Notice one thing. If you have 2 theta here, you have theta here. So can we say 1 plus cos theta would be 2 cos square theta by 2. If you have 2 theta here, then you have theta here. That means if you have theta here, then here you will have theta by 2 reduced by half, yes or no. Then apply the same formula. So from this we can say 1 plus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta by 2 square root would be cos theta by 2. So apply this thing here, apply this thing here. Cos x by 2 we can write it as root under of 1 plus cos x by 2. And we know, see here we have the angle as theta by 2. So let us first see the sign of that thing. It is given x lies between pi and 3 pi by 2. So then x by 2 would be x by 2. If you do x by 2 here, then you have to do by 2 in everywhere. Then x by 2 would be in pi, between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 4. Pi by 2 and 3 pi by 4. Pi by 2 is here and 3 pi by 4. Let us say this. So pi by 2 and 3 pi by 4. That means in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, cos is negative. In the second quadrant, cos is negative. That's why see we have used minus before the formula. Before the formula we have used minus because in the second quadrant cos is negative. Now put the value of cos x. We have calculated already, minus 4 by 5. Find the value, you will get it as minus 1 by root 10. In the second quadrant, sin x by 2 would be positive. So in the same manner, if you notice this formula, 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sin square theta, then 1 minus cos theta would be 2 sin square theta by 2. Then divide by 2. So 1 minus cos theta by 2 square root, you will get sin theta by 2. So in order to find the sin x by 2, we can use this formula, 1 minus cos x by 2. And theta by 2 here is positive, sin is positive in the second quadrant. So we will use positive formula, that is 1 minus cos x by 2, 1 minus cos x by 2, positive. Put the value of cos x, calculate, you will get 3 by root 10. Now they are asking about tan x by 2, that is sin x by 2 by cos x by 2. This 3 by root 10 by minus 1 by root 10, you will get it as minus 3. This is a very important sum. Always remember the range they have given, the angle they have given, because you have to apply this quadrant method, all sin tan cos, and you have to see in which quadrant the angle is lying. If the angle is lying in the second quadrant, then only sin is positive, sin and cosec are positive, rest of the negative. If it is lying in the third quadrant, then only tan x and cot x is positive, rest of the things are negative. If it is lying between fourth quadrant, in the fourth quadrant 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi, then only cos x would be positive, rest of the thing will be negative. So let us find out two values which I have told you to remember as a formula. Let us see how that formula came, because in board exam they asked about how that value came. So let in the first thing, the sin 18 degree, let theta equals to 18 degree, then 5 theta would be 90 degree. 5 theta we can divide it as 2 theta plus 3 theta, that is 90 degree, and take 3 theta in the other side. So 2 theta would be 90 minus 3 theta. Take sine in the both sides. So sine of 2 theta would be sine of 90 minus theta. Sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta. Now sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta, and sin cos 3 theta, we know the formula 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. Take the whole term in the left hand side, take cos theta common, and this thing it will remain this thing 2 sin theta minus 4 cos square theta plus 3 equals to 0. See, cos theta cannot be 0 because theta is our 18 degree, so cos theta cannot be 0. That means this thing, this term should be 0. If this term is 0, then see, in place of cos square theta we can write 1 minus sin square theta. 4 minus 4 into minus sin square theta, that is 4 sin square theta, 2 sin theta plus 2 sin theta, minus 4 plus 3, that is minus 1. This is a quadratic equation in sin theta. Apply C-Taracharya rule. So sin theta would be minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac by 2a. After that you will get two values, minus 1 plus root 5 by 4 and minus 1 minus root 5 by 4. As theta lies in the first quadrant, so theta, sin theta value cannot be negative, so this value is ruled out. So our sin theta value would be root 5 minus 1 by 4. In the same manner, see, if you have to prove cos 36 degree, so we know cos 2 theta is 1 minus 2 sin square theta. We already know sin 18 degree value. So if you put theta equals to 18 degree, you will get cos 36 degree equals to 1 minus 2 sin square 18 degree. Put the value of 18 degree, sin 18 degree square and simplify, you will get it as root 5 plus 1 by 4. This is our third lecture in trigonometry, and next day it will be our last lecture for trigonometry, in which we will solve trigonometric equations and various types of problems. So all the best and thank you. Have a good night.